Once connection and clamping methods have been exhausted, the induction method of the Genny should be used. Please note that attempting this induction mode can often lead to mistakes, as the signal usually travels along the better conductor in the footpath, which is usually the power cable rather than the comms cable, whereas with clamp you are more likely to locate the comms. Place the Genny 10 meters away from where you intend to scan with the cat. It is also important to check for airborne signal from the Genny by pointing the cat towards the Genny. If the signal increases, it is airborne. If it decreases, the signal you are detecting is coming from an underground utility. Depth estimation on induction mode is far less reliable than connection, and should only be attempted when the Genny is at least 25 meters away. Induction mode can also be used to locate HV cables, these being particularly difficult to locate due to the inability in most cases to apply a connected or clamped signal. With the HV being deeper in a lot of instances than the LV and the two cables running close together, it is common that the induced signal is greater on the LV cable, even when the Genny is above HV. It is good practice to use your utility plans to get an indication of where the HV cable is separated from the LV. For example, a road crossing, and use this position to apply the induced Genny signal. A blind induction sweep should now be performed to check for any other utilities passing through the excavation. With the Genny 10 meters away from the excavation area, it should be placed at 200mm intervals across the area. At each interval, the cat is used to scan the entire width of the excavation. This should be repeated in at least 2 directions. Now you have a number of utilities marked out. We can now start to null out the utilities we have found and check for anything that might not have been detected using the standard induction technique. This method is easier using 2 people. It can be performed on your own, but it will take a little longer. First of all, locate the utility you want to null out, keep the cat above the utility, and set sensitivity to maximum. From this position, turn the sensitivity control down 1/4 turn. Instruct the Genny operator to turn the Genny on its side, and sweep it side to side until the signal from the cat disappears. The utility has now been nulled out, and adjacent utilities can now be detected. With the Genny work complete, you now need to perform a power and radio scan across the excavation to finish off.